Good morning, everybody. You are listening. Are you going to be listening to the Cindy Cochran Show? And I'm Cindy Cochran. I'm so happy that you made this choice. You do have a choice, and that's what we're all about. But this is real reality radio, the Cindy Cochran Show, and we talk about everything. If you're just joining us, because I've had a big jump in the outreach of the reach points that you get whenever you put up something. And they've been like, what? That's usually only when I have, Bob Smiley on or something. But we're getting good numbers. And so we got new people coming on to listen to see what this is all about. And I know that when they're trying to find, okay, what's going to be on today and what I put on there. And then what we actually say, sometimes it's not all exactly the same. But it's okay because we have... spontaneous, and their attention spans, especially if I'm trying to get millennials to listen, are not that long anyway. So we have to figure out what is it we can talk about besides politics, because I love to talk politics. And if you don't like that, I'll warn you. I'll give you like a 2-minute warning. We'll be talking politics. Now you can change or go look at something else, but or cover your children's ears. But we're going to be talking politics today. But before that even aggravates people even more is we're going to be talking about the Housewives reality show. And that voice right there was from the Brianna Dunahoe. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning.
I'm so glad you're here with us. And she's going to be my guest co-host today. And so she'll be commenting, and she's just a lot like I am, just as opinionated as she can be. And it's
I don't
okay
know if that's good or
about
bad.
everything, because she knows, just enough about everything to be opinionated, just like me. And because my background is from keeping my mouth shut and signing what everybody else says. Because when I started the news back in 1970 on Channel 13 here, our ABC affiliate, it was so much fun. And I had to keep my mouth shut and just sign everything the person next to me said and not to interject anything. But see, no one else knew sign language. So sometimes, Breanna,
you would interject.
Sometimes I would interject and no one would know. As long as I kept my face and
there would
looking
be
like
people
I'm
that
talking.
knew, and they would be laughing.
But yes, if it was someone who knew sign language and knew what I was saying and heard what the newscaster was saying. But sometimes, like Elma Barrera. I loved Elma Barrera. And let me say that correctly. Elma Barrera. That's how she would sign off on her name. And so she got on, there was a hurricane that was coming. Mm-hmm. And so she started talking about the hurricane. And then she went into informing our Spanish-speaking audience, not letting me know she was going to be doing that. So she starts going... Now for the Spanish-speaking audience, she says, and I just keep signing. And I signed all my people that were watching. I said, Elma is now doing the Spanish version of what she just told you through, I just told you about the hurricane that was coming. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep signing because everybody will think that what I'm signing right now is Spanish and they won't know the difference. So we'll just keep this up until she gets to the end of her thing. So she gets to the end of it and she goes, Elma Barrera, Eyewitness News. And so when she said Barrera, I took the R. This is the sign for R. And I rolled, like 47 times. And I rolled the R out. And she said, "What were you doing?" She said, "Cindy, I had no idea you knew Spanish." After this was over, I said, "What do you think? I'm multilingual. I do sign language. I do in Spanish and what you like in French or whatever." I said, "No, what I did," and I told her what I did. I said, "Don't ever do that to me. That was embarrassing," because. No, it was only the hearing people thought it was really fun. The hearing impaired people thought it was really funny, and they told me, and they saw me, they said, "We knew exactly what had happened, and we love that. And you rolled her R's? That's hilarious. What does that mean?" So how do you explain to someone who can't hear the R? They can't hear that. And I said, she's weird. But anyway, I digress. But we talk about everything on this show, and we go through, all different subject matters. And the deal is, it's like with politics. What we try and bring is the angle that perception is reality to voters. So unless you tell the truth, and we'll go on the lie, and we'll just believe the lie or whatever it is. And what was the funniest thing to me is that Hillary Clinton started her whole campaign with a story about this guy who trained his dog to bark every time he heard a lie. And so she said, and can you imagine bringing this around a Republican meeting or rally, and the dog would be going, arr, 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 and she starts barking like a dog. Well, how her handlers didn't say, now that's going to be a soundbite that we'll be hearing forever and ever, and we did. And so now it's like we can't hear what she's saying because of all the barking dogs. And I think how funny that she started that, and what we learned as this has progressed, this campaign has progressed, is amazing. Now, yesterday we talked about Assange. Am I saying his name right? It's just Julian Assange. I think that's right. That's right. Okay. And he got his internet web cut. He's out. He was out of the internet world, and so that was like scary. Like, who did that? Who could have done that? Now, everybody blames on everything Donald Trump. Even when the Republican headquarters was bombed,
it's all Donald Trump.
It was CNN was saying it was Donald Trump's fault, but anyway, he's back online now. I just want to report he's back online, and he's back at
posting?
it, and he is dumping. It's so funny. I hate the way my grandchildren use that word. So they're hearing on TV about this guy who has dumped like 1,000 times and they're going, he dumped what? He's dumping?
What is he dumping?
He's dumping
what is he dumping?
And then they say he's going to have a massive dump today about 3:00. And my grandchildren are falling.
Dying.
They're falling all over the floor.
Laughing.
So it's very hard. Why don't they call it something else? We finally got through Putin. And
it's a generational gap thing.
and finally, I thought he was going to go away, but he hasn't gone away. So every time they say that, they think it's funny. But I make them listen to the news. They know more about what's going on, and when they go to school, they say, kids don't even know who's running for president. They don't even know. And some of the kids, we've got a Trump group, but we don't tell anybody.
That's how adults are.
Yeah, that's right.
They have a Trump group, but they don't tell anybody.
Yeah, it's so amazing. And so you go up to somebody, and you in the sand you draw this T, and they go like, yeah, me too. And then they know it's okay to talk about it. But
so when an adult comes up to you and just draws a T on the table, that's how you know.
That's exactly right. So I'm confident that we're getting our message across. But here's the deal: we have the Republican Party headquarters for here or Texas right down there. I mean, it's like a block away.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so I'm going, and they're in the theater district. And in the theater district, you got a lot of people that are in the theater and entertainment seem to be drawn to the Democrats. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that.
I have noticed that.
And people that thought because of what I was brought up in, being in the television industry and all that, that's what they assume naturally. That's who you are. And so I'm trying to get them to come down and talk about what's going on, and that when the debate happens, and to see if they are for Trump, because I don't know, because sometimes
nobody talks about it. It's such a polarizing subject. Everybody's like, you know what?
I'm afraid.
I would like us to be friends when this election is over, so we won't talk about it.
They keep reporting all this angst that people have, and that friends and families are
not talking to each other.
And so at least Thanksgiving will come after it's all over, and then they can be the nana, I told you so, or whatever. But that will happen. But I think that the election is going to be 2 days away from my birthday. Did I tell you my birthday is November 6th? Anyway, my birthday is November 6th, and then that's going to be the 8th when everybody votes. I love Alec Baldwin's, him impersonating Donald Trump. Have you seen it on SNL?
That's hysterical.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's really scary. He looks so much like him. But he was saying, okay, and I want to tell everybody when they're going to go, you go vote. And that date is November 35th. So be sure and vote. And that's been like so fun for so long that, politicians will do that kind of thing. But that's so wrong because I don't know. And I'm like, is that what you said? And that's what it is. Okay. But I think that SNL that killed Palin in that election cycle. That's what Donald Trump is kind of worried about. Because otherwise, I think he'd think it was really funny. Because it's hilarious. And the thing about when they were standing in the last debate and he was circling her and they started playing Jaws music, it was great. And so I think that, you see that their lean is toward Hillary, but they're still, they still make Hillary look strange as well.
Yeah, they still make fun of her too. So,
but it's just not as brutal as they do with Donald Trump.
Did you see Jimmy Fallon and Medea's little sketch that they did? Jimmy Fallon was Donald Trump. Oh, you need to look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Trump came on Fallon, and they did like they were looking in the mirror, and so Trump was on one side and Fallon, and he did a great job.
He does a great Donald Trump.
I'm just, I think that a lot of those guys are just hoping that Trump wins. And a lot of the news stations are probably hoping that Trump wins because of the ratings that they get. Because that's amazing.
Yeah, that's fun sketches for the next at least 4 years.
They got plenty of material. Like, please win. Okay, listen, guys, we got to take a break, and Breanna is here exclusively to talk about a lot of things that she is involved in, like fantasy football and all of the reality shows, the Real Housewives, Below Deck, and all that. She's got that down, so we're going to talk a little about that. We'll be right back. Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we are looking for talk show hosts and volunteer DJs for our music shows. Are you interested in having your own talk show on Lone Star, or have you always wanted to live out your dreams of being a music DJ? With the addition of Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and video aspects of our talk shows, we are needing people to grow with us. If you or someone you know might be interested, please contact us online at irlonestar.com/contact us, or call the station at 936-647-5747 for more information.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio. Yes, right here. And you can always go to my Facebook page that I have open all the time in some cyberspace. The Cindy Cochran Show. Cochran, Cochran. Yes, ma'am. And you go to that and click on messages, and you'll join that host of people who keep me straight. Okay. Listen, Dennis O'Connor checked in, and we're so happy about that because we were wondering about Dennis yesterday. Like, I hope he's still listening because I'd been off for so long. And he sent us the...
One thing you got to work on, Cindy, is you don't want to say people's full names on the radio next week.
Oh, okay. Okay, Dennis O. Dennis O called. Does that be okay? Oh, that's right. See, next week we go live on
I give you
FM.
A week before I'm tired of receiving phone calls about you breaking the rules.
About buzzing
listen.
Do you have a dump button back there?
Yes. Let's don't be dumping during the show, please. Listen, that's really difficult because everybody wants their full name said. No.
Who wants their full name said on the radio?
I don't. I'm good.
Well, on my show, maybe not. Okay, maybe you don't want to know that you've called in my show or you're talking to me. But, so you don't want that. That's going to be really hard. The D-man called. The D-man checked in. And anyway, so Dennis
Is that the dump man?
No, Dennis he put on our message board the link to go to see Jimmy Fallon and Medea. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So I want to see that. So I'll check that out. Anyway, okay. So you can go to my Facebook and click on messages and let me know what you want to talk about, what you want me to stop talking about, or.
I don't think you should tell people to do that. I know Dennis. He's going to tell you what to stop talking about.
I know. And you see what the D-man just said?
He said, say my name.
He said he hates censorship. He said he thinks we should do away with FM laws. I'm just wondering.
Well, it's not censorship. It's also a courtesy.
Yeah.
You don't want to say people's full names over the radio because it's not.
Let's say their full names, phone numbers, and addresses.
It's not hard to find you on Facebook these days.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's exactly right. But a lot of people that will comment on the show, and people come to that and they see who's commenting on the show. But Dennis has been a regular whenever we go to breaks, and you'll hear, coming out of a break, you'll hear his voice talking about the Cindy Cochran Show.
Now you're telling people what he sounds like.
Yeah. You keep them. See, we can't call in anymore.
Change the subject.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, no, my favorite one was yesterday. Is one of our hosts goes, "Oh, let me get this contact information out," and she just starts reading a phone number, and the guy's like, "Well, why are you reading? That's my cell phone."
Oh, no.
That's pretty spectacular.
I love it.
It wasn't Cindy though,
so good.
Good job. Hey, good job.
Watch out. I'm ready for FM. No, I'm like not quite ready for FM. But we will be by the 25th, and and the guest that day.
It's Bob Smiley.
Yeah, we already got a theme that week.
Bob
it's the dump
Smiley.
week.
It's the dump week,
right?
Why would you say that?
I'll be sure to tell him.
The WikiLeaks dumps. They're going to continue.
It's going to happen that week.
Yeah, we will keep.
I think actually they're going every day. I think that's what he's doing.
They're going every day. See,
he's dumping every day.
Change.
And we'll keep you.
Segue.
We'll keep you informed on that massive dump when it happens. And so.
No, these are little dumps.
I know,
every day,
but there's going to be. He's supposed to do a massive. That's what the projection is.
The dump projection. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are so bad. But anyway, Richard, anytime you want to test me again, and so that
I want to encourage your listeners to message you on Facebook, but I have to constantly remind you to check your Facebook. So
that's what you're, as a producer, that's what you do. A co-producer, you would help me out there because I get wrapped up in what I'm talking about, and I got a new reminder. Dump. That's when the dump came out. When the dump furniture came out, I
can't shop there for that reason.
For that reason. I'm going to the dump. Okay. So anyway, you guys, that Tuesday, the 25th, is going to be Bob Smiley. We're going live on FM. We're going to be dark Monday. And so we won't be here Monday because they're actually going to take the thing, plug it in. The towers are up and all that stuff, and they're going to plug it in and test it to make sure it's actually working and live. And then Tuesday, everybody in the Montgomery County area, just get in your car and just turn on 104.5 and 106.1 Conroe's FM stations. Yeah, the community radio for Montgomery County.
I'm excited.
It's going to be fun. You can drive. I can
hear you in the car and not
in the car.
Use data on my phone. I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't believe it. But we'll be everywhere. We're going to be everywhere. If you miss the live show at 10 o'clock, Monday through Friday, you can always go to my YouTube channel. I have a channel.
You have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel.
Awesome.
I don't know how to get into it or out of it, but I know. No, he's teaching me. We're doing a seminar today after the show. So
that's where you're posting all of your shows?
Yes, and also on SoundCloud.com. And so it's so exciting. It's all over the place.
I'm excited.
So we have podcasts that are like when people say, "Hey, have you heard my podcast?" And I never knew what your podcast. Sounds so strange, but all the people my age listening to this will go like, "Can I still get you on the computer? I just figured out how to get you on the computer. Don't mess me up now." No, that's what Sam said. So I can't listen to you on the computer anymore. I just figured out how to get, turn that on. I went, no. But I want you to go and drive around the car for an hour and listen to me.
Waste gas for an hour. No big deal.
Yes.
It's super cheap. No big deal.
No, it's really exciting. So that's next Tuesday.
And then the TV too. Now I'm confusing you more people now.
I know. They're going TV. What?
See, and Bob's going to be here. Bob Smiley will be here.
Well, we won't be on TV when Bob comes. So
we won't be.
No, I already tried to tell you that.
I know that. When you started talking about it, but we're going to be on simulcast on Suddenlink, right?
No.
No, we're going to have our shows on Suddenlink on Channel 12.
You know what? While you were gone for several months, I thought about being a full producer for your show. And imagine everything I have to do with Cindy, and like vet you on everything, and then correct you on everything. And then I realized it would become the Dick Schissler show. That's what it would come. That's what it would become.
And don't you already have one of those?
Yeah, I have my morning show.
Yes, he has the morning show.
But I would be correcting her so many times that it just become my show.
I just don't want you to be the fact checker. That's all.
No.
Just don't be the fact checker.
We don't like fact checkers.
No, we do not. And
well, if you want to fact check Cindy, just visit HillaryClinton.org.
What is? I was going to say, what is her fact checking?
It's her website.
Oh my Lord of mercy!
No, that is not true. Now, Richard, you did miss me though, right? While I was gone, right? Didn't you miss me?
Yeah.
Didn't you miss? I can't see his face.
I wish you could see his face.
I can't see his face.
Priceless.
Right
I wish I could take a Polaroid right now of his face.
Yeah.
Well, I really miss talking about Underboard, Overboard, or whatever that TV show's called.
Below Deck.
Below Deck. You know that show? Just to let the audience know, that's a midnight show on Cinemax. Right?
No, it is not.
Is that right?
No, it is not.
No,
it's not one of
it's
those late
not.
shows on
It is-
HBO?
No. So thank you for
It's
that.
on Bravo though.
Below Deck?
It is on Bravo.
It is on Bravo.
Now listen, I got to tell you. Also, why you need to keep listening to this show. We're going to talk some smack about the Housewives show.
Okay.
And-
Which one? There's like 37 now.
Well,
There's like Orange County's
and
on right
we're only
now.
gonna talk
Jersey's on right now.
yeah. And Dennis, don't hang up,
Atlanta's
Dennis.
coming back.
I know.
I'm excited about
gonna be
Atlanta.
great.
That's my favorite one.
But Dennis, don't give up. We're not going to talk that long about the Housewives, so we can get back on Hillary. No,
See, you shouldn't say that either. Oh,
no, I'm
Lord of
kidding.
mercy.
I'm kidding. We're going to talk fantasy football and all that good stuff. So please stay with us, Dennis. But I wanted to let everybody know next Tuesday, Bob Smiley, and then on Wednesday, I just got this booking. Is her name is Mindy? I can't say her last name. Can I say her last name? Mindy. She's going to be my guest, and she was a former girlfriend of Elvis Presley.
Ooh.
She and we got pictures of her coming off the plane with Elvis and all that. But it's with my Don Wilson connection.
I was going to say, is that from your friend that...
Yes, and she listened to the show, and so I said, would she come on the show? And he said she'd love to. So she said she could do it Wednesday, and we're going to talk to her, and I'm going to find out. I'm going to call her and see how broad of a scope that I can have with asking her questions about Elvis. And I hope it doesn't get like, oh, they don't want me on the show. They want just because I knew Elvis. But that's not true. I want to know what she's doing now and what the deal is, and how that changed her life and what effect it had on her life and that kind of thing. And then Don Wilson, who was actually, he was mentored, and his Elvis Presley took him under his wing after his parents were horrifically, and his family, his whole family, was killed. He was visiting with his grandmother, and they were killed in a car wreck, and that wiped out his family. And Elvis found out about it and was said, "I want to take care of this kid." And so he had him come out, and he'd visit with him, and it was amazing. So it was a side of Elvis that we never knew about, and it was great. But Don is a Republican in L.A.
That is unheard of. Unheard of.
I think he probably pronounces it backwards, and so people say, "What are you?" And he goes, "I'm a and so whatever, and so they don't.
He just draws a T on the table.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to draw an elephant, in the sand to say that's who you are. But anyway, he'll be on Wednesday. So we got a good lineup coming up next week as well, and I just wanted to make sure everybody knew about it. And if you go to my Facebook, I'll keep you updated on what is happening the next day. I'm getting so good at that. And so that you'll know where things are. Now, Richard may not agree with that, but I have come a long way, baby. Uh-oh. What are you looking at?
I'm just laughing at Dennis.
Is he? Oh, because you're...
I'm just laughing at Dennis.
See, we can't read now what he said because it's too personal. So... Okay, the date of the Elvis show is on the 27th. Mindy Milner is her name, and she is going to be on the 26th. And then...
what? Do you know what you're going to be doing from now till then?
No, that's no idea. Fly by the seat of her pants. That's how she
Yeah,
rolls.
that's what I like about it is, it's random real reality radio.
Random.
Yes,
exactly.
that's right. Okay, well, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to come back and talk about the shows we want to talk about, the Housewives shows, and, of course, we're going to talk about fantasy football. Hang on. All right, we'll be right back. Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Want to check out what it's like to be on the radio? Need credit for school? For an internship? Then contact Dick online at dick@irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we are here to be part of the community.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show live in downtown Conroe, beautiful downtown Conroe. And we have Brianna Dunahoe with us as guest co-host. And she's a long time friend. In fact, I kind of watched her grow up. And she's an amazing mommy, and very involved in doing a lot of church work. And then she goes out and has bad influences with Bob Smiley. And so she's a good friend of Bob Smiley. She's going to be listening, and she doesn't know why he got to be.
I'm going to be heckling. That's what I'm going to be
That's what
doing.
you need to
I'm
do.
going to be heckling from the computer. Because,
he is on his phone watching what everybody says, and they're just texting us constantly, texting him, and he can hardly, look up at me because he's got so many things going on at one time. He came in here with that Periscope thing one time. He said, "Watch this," and I went, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm filming myself. Watch." And so anyway, and I need to shout out to Chris Rossetti, and I hope he is back listening to us, because he would get his kids ready for school and take them to school, and he would listen to the show in San Francisco. So we're getting to start to broaden out a little bit. I know I am, and I got to quit eating so much. But anyway, we're gonna go to the first thing that I wanted to talk about was Below Deck, the show from Bravo. Do you know how Donald Trump could get the women's vote up? He needs to make an appearance on one of the Housewives shows. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be a great idea.
My Lord of mercy. Can you imagine?
That would seal it. But I got to tell you something, Breanna, before we start. Okay. Below Deck. One thing is that Andy, what's his name? Andy
Cohen.
Andy Cohen, who has the Clubhouse little break, and he has guests on, and they just trash everybody, and do all this. Well, he's always making fun of Donald Trump.
I'm pretty sure he's a Hillary supporter.
And he's a Hillary supporter. So one day he says, "You know what? We're going to do our own polling right here." And so we're going to have you call in this number for Trump, this number for Hillary, and at the end of the show we'll have the results. They're all laughing and think this is so funny. Well, apparently no one edited it or was told, make sure Hillary won, because he says, "Okay, let's have the results. Ready? Drum roll." And it comes up, and Donald landslided her on the show. Yeah. I was shocked.
Yeah.
This is the most liberal, has to be the most liberal, the
talk
people that watch
on the
this.
Planet,
yeah. And he was shocked as well. He couldn't believe it. And that's the first time I started thinking, a lot of people may not be saying what they think, but this was amazing. Okay.
That's why balloting is silent balloting, and nobody's in there with you.
Nobody's with you.
You do it by yourself.
That's right. It's like with the Spice Girls. Everybody said, "I don't listen."
Everybody loved the Spice Girls, but nobody talked about it.
No, and no one would say, "Oh, I don't listen to them." No, I've never heard. What's the Spice Girl stuff? And they're like number one.
Everybody knows
every
their songs.
week. Yeah. This just sucks, so nobody would admit it. Okay, guys, Below Deck. Below Deck is a series, a reality series on Bravo. And it's got wildly popular. It wasn't expected to get that popular. And all of a sudden, boom. And they never expected there to come a sex symbol out of that was like 60 years old. It's Captain Lee. Captain Lee. But he is. Everybody loves him. And the show would not be the same.
Love Captain Lee.
And you see they've expanded his role because he's on there more.
Yeah, he's on there way more than he was last season.
Yeah, because he's just the captain that you go to for advice or something.
But what makes me laugh is they did a whole spinoff. And that one was, I mean, it was okay. But it wasn't Below Deck. The Mediterranean wasn't nearly as good as Below Deck because Captain Lee wasn't on that ship.
And the captain they had, I don't know where they drug him.
Yeah, it
bottom of the sea. It wasn't good.
I do love that Ben was on both ships, though.
Yeah. Ben
is the chef.
If Ben's the anchor, because Ben, no pun intended, but Ben has to be there. And if you guys have never seen this, make sure the children are out of the room. Because you never know what they're going to say.
What's going to come out of his mouth.
And they're dubbing over, like when they, instead of going beep or anything like that, they just take it out. It doesn't work because if you leave the first letter and the last two,
what he's saying.
We know pretty much what you're saying, and not even have to be a lip reader. But I think that I think that what's happening is that all these people get wild. I mean, so popular, and if they're not popular, they take you off of that. You're going to have to jump ship, or you're going to have to be taken away and never seen again. But if you make the ratings, well, it's good. So your favorite people on there right now, Below Deck right now, are who? Who's your favorite?
Ben is my favorite. I love all things culinary, and so I really love him and his attitude all the time. Of course, Captain Lee.
Yes.
I'm really not impressed with any of the girls this year.
Well, the little British girl that looks like a rabbit, like you see her and you're just like, I'm sorry, that's all I can think of is rabbit.
I think that's why I'm not impressed with her.
And Nico is extremely cute. Is his name Nico? Is it Nico? Isn't that his name? Nico. I thought his name was...
Don't start singing.
Okay. Okay, I'm not good with names. All right, I'll admit it. But the crew and the guys they bring on are so funny because they try and get these real hulky-looking, good-looking guys. And Trevor, I think, is really good-looking. But he's always trying to impress everybody by having his shirt off all the time. He reminds me of Matthew McConaughey. And so I
never thought about that, but he does.
And so, but it's a great show. So if you guys have not seen Below Deck on Bravo, just check it out.
Check it out.
Because one thing is you really do learn all about yachting. And
that's a world that I would have never ever seen.
And I would have thought I'd never watched that or be interested in it. But they've got some storylines going on that are interesting. And then,
I do like Kate. She's the chief stew.
Yeah.
And she and Ben fighting back and forth.
I know. I think they really like each other.
I think they do, but they're not going to tell each other.
No, it's not going to happen.
Nope.
So anyway, but what about Atlanta? Is Nene going to be on there, the new one? She's going to be on?
She's never going to not be on there. I don't think she's going to be on there full time, but she'll make an episode or two, like when they go on the big trip, or she'll make an episode or two. She can't not be in the middle of.
Dennis, I'm not promoting adult entertainment. It's adults should watch this. It's funny, and if you can just filter out some of the stuff that they do, the majority of it is really interesting and funny, and you get caught up in it. So I'm not promoting. Okay, I guess maybe there are some people that would be probably offended if they said, Cindy said, watch it. It's really a good show. So let's all sit down and watch it. This popcorn.
It is not family entertainment, as my grandfather says. It's my trash TV.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But what about
I'm watching
New Jersey?
I'm watching Jersey and the OC right now.
Okay, and New Jersey, remember, everybody knew about this. This was kind of like beyond the show with the news about Judices and their problems with the tax evasion.
Right, and so at the beginning of the season,
Teresa
comes out of jail, and Sunday, Joe Giudice went to jail. So and that's a 3-month span of her being home and him leaving. So they showed, like, of course there's family turmoil, and her brother and sister-in-law are standing beside her, and their friends are fighting, and so of course it's
it keeps
drama.
all of that up. Yeah, and they've got some people in there that you do want to just come, you want to go kick the TV. If there was any more TV and glass TV to kick the TV in. But
I wish the Manzos would come back to New Jersey, because I think have you seen their show?
I don't like their show by themselves.
I love her. I love that whole family. It makes me laugh. So
well, it's lost without it being part of a group. I don't think they're standalone. Personally, I don't think they're standalone. But that's good to know that you like them.
I do like them.
And if you guys have never watched this and you're feeling like, we're talking about somebody's wedding that you have no idea who they are, and it's like, shut up. But it's really fun, and it does draw you in. You got to be ready for that. If you watch more than 3 or 4 of them and you start thinking what's going to happen,
you're sucked in, and you've got to figure out what's going on.
It's terrible. Now, I pulled away some because I watched too much news stuff, and so I've pulled away from that. But I'm trying to record it. I can't remember to record it. I know Richard's going to find this hard to believe. I forget to record it. You can't
figure out how to do it?
No, I can do it, but I just forget.
You forget what nights what's on?
Yeah, when to do it right. I got too much stuff going on, and I've got to start concentrating better and writing more notes to myself and saying, Cindy, you forgot the keys again. But I really do think that with the OC, that's the Orange County Wives. Mm-hmm. That's the last thing I'm going to say about wives, and then we're going to fantasy football. But the OC group is absolutely crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
And I get tired. I mean, I'm literally, like, spent. After they go through their fights and stuff, I'll go like, okay, this is enough. And they've got this one crazy person on that everybody's attacking, and this is the person that will carry us through.
I feel like if they would stop drinking, even part of the way, they would not get in so many fights. All of their fights stem around alcohol at some point.
See, if
every
that could
party they have,
that's right.
If they get into a huge fight,
if they could just focus on that would be a great. It would be an educational show at that point, saying that, hey, you can't drink and stay friends. That's just not going to happen.
This group of people cannot drink and stay friends, so stop drinking.
No, that's exactly right. It's like it's always, that's the theme of it, is they grab a drink wherever they do, whatever they do. I mean, whatever they do, they've got to have a drink.
Lunch.
Yeah, they're drinking. So, but a lot of them have started wine lines, their own wine with their name on it and stuff. So I think that's what they're promoting as well. But okay. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. But you guys, sometimes y'all just need to check those out and just see what we're talking about. Okay, well, we're going to talk about fantasy football when we come back, and that'll be our last segment. But you got to listen to this lady. Knows about it. She is up. Right? You're like 3 for 3 or whatever. And so she is great. She's doing wonderful. It's a good person to listen to. All of you women that would like to get into it, stay with us. Real Reality Radio. The Cindy Cochran Show.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we're looking for more talk shows and volunteer DJs for our music shows. If you're interested in having your own talk show on Lone Star, or always wanted to live out your dream of being a music DJ, contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com/contact us, or call the station at 936-647-5747 for more information.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. This is our last segment, so just listen up, okay? Just listen up. With me today has been Brianna Dunahoe, my great co-host. Thank you so much for being in here.
So welcome.
So much fun having you here. And I know you keep me grounded. I like that. And especially since we're going FM, I just hope I just stay the same.
I promise I won't let it go to your head.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Richard's got that covered too.
Well, what's really great is we've been FM for about 2 weeks. I just never told her. And so she's been on the air right now the entire time.
She would lose her mind.
That is not true. I know that's not true. But he did. Well, there were putting the towers up and they were checking it and all that. And so he had given them a loop of programs. And I thought, oh, good. Well, I can listen like this. And it was always Mark Hader and Kay Hader and Hang with the Haters.
I don't know
That's
what
all I heard.
I don't know what they did. I gave them like 7 hours of all of our talk shows of loops, and I don't know what program they used, but for some reason it just played their show, and it was really funny to me because I was like, because you know how people call you last minute and they're like, oh, hey, we need you to put this together. You have about an hour.
Yeah, if you could get right on that.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So it didn't take, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So I just put the puzzle together. And then, of course,
the puzzle didn't work out the way that
you no, and I even go, hey, I can update it. I can make it better. No, you're fine. And then so like every day for like 3 weeks, I heard it. I'm like, why can't I just change it? Because this is annoying. But no one else knew about it.
3 minutes for me to just change it.
So
well, I think that his doing that, and Mike Sasser, I heard him all the time. The Health Hour. Is it Mike Sasser?
Well, if you really want to know, they paid me. So I mean, if that's
they paid him way more money than you did.
Way more money.
Okay.
That sounds like Mark.
So
sounds like Mark and Kay. They would totally do that.
As much trouble as I am.
That's true.
He could talk Kay through filling out and doing all that stuff for YouTube, and he could talk her over the phone. He could talked her through it. Me, he's telling me over the phone.
He's like, bring your computer to the office and a pad and a pen so we can write it down.
When you have somebody on the phone, because I used to work in IT, and I always had to help people over the phone. And when you have someone that goes, oh, where'd it go?
You know you're in
and
trouble.
I'm like, all right, well.
I lost the page we were on. I went, where'd the page go? I just had it here. How do I get it? It was terrible. I know. And see, I just, if I could say it was just because I'm older, I could blame it on that. But it's how I have been.
Your whole life.
People go, Cindy, it's just you're thinking about too many things at one time. I went, I like that. That's a good. I like that as better than you're old and you're decrepit and you're no. Okay, so anyway, fantasy football. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about fantasy football.
I absolutely love fantasy football.
And Deanie Harmon, who was here yesterday, was saying, like, I love fantasy football. She loved it, too. So a lot of women.
I love it because it gives me a reason to watch the other games. Because if I didn't have a reason to watch the other games, I would just watch the Texans game and move about my day.
So you've won.
By the way, go Texans.
I'm telling you, everybody's excited about
Yelling and screaming in my house at 11 o'clock at night. My whole family's trying to sleep. But
you're 3.
I'm 3-3.
3-3.
Yeah, we're 6 weeks into our season.
Okay. So you
and I'm the only girl in our league.
Oh, you are
of 12 people.
Well, fantasy football doesn't matter what gender you are.
You would be surprised. It does.
How?
Oh, because a lot of guys won't let you into their league if you're a girl. It's a guy thing.
Ooh.
Like a lot of girls are just breaking into fantasy football because it's always been a guy
I
thing.
will say, in my experience of fantasy football with women, there's a higher percentage of them through mid-season going, I don't care anymore.
Exactly.
So I can totally kind of get that.
I'm the girl that talks smack the entire season.
But then again, it depends how much money's on the game. Because it's like, if they paid money, then who cares if they quit?
Right.
That's just easy picking. And then you make great deals with them.
Exactly. Because they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
that's what I think some of our guys were hoping that I would be. But that's not it.
No, I mean...
See, but she knows what she's doing. And and you have counseled other women. And
yeah, last season we had a whole female league. Of people that wanted to learn how to do it. So it was like there was no money on it. There was no competition. It was literally, if you want to know how to do this, ask and we'll walk you through how to do it. And it was really fun. And so a lot of those ladies are actually in their husbands' leagues this year. So we're very excited.
You may have saved a lot of marriages. You just don't even know. If someone out there listening, besides Dennis, wanted to get into a league, how do you do it? What do you do?
Well, normally you start before football season starts because you want to be in it the whole season because it goes along with the actual NFL football season. So, like we had a draft the week before the last preseason week, and so you draft your players. You draft.
But who do you call? Where do you go? I mean, like.
Well, if you don't have a group of friends that want to do it, you can go to Yahoo NFL Fantasy Football. You can go to Yahoo Fantasy Football.
And they can get you...
And you can just join a league, yeah.
Okay.
It's super easy.
They really do make it, like they even have it on auto draft.
Yeah.
So when you're
You don't
playing,
even have to be there. You just get the best person in line.
Yeah, and then when you're... Every week when you set your lineup, you just have to make sure your player is playing that week. And it tells you, like, your player's not playing.
This is a bye week. This is on injured reserve. This one is questionable. Yeah.
I mean, I get text messages from the thing.
Like 15 times on Thursday. I'm like, I've already set my lineup. It's okay.
See, well... So it's easy. It's real easy to get into a league.
It's really...
But if you don't know what you're doing, where do you go? Where do you go to? Because you feel stupid about joining a league.
Your first step is learn how football works.
Exactly. If you don't know how football works, it's not going to happen.
That's because it's all based on positions. So if you don't know what a quarterback is, then you're in real
trouble.
Then
you're really... Yeah, and you can't have 14 quarterbacks on your team.
Oh.
You have to have a tight end. You have to have you have to have 3 or 4 wide receivers.
It doesn't matter how good they look in their uniform.
No, it does not matter how good they look in their uniform.
That's not a criteria. Okay.
Yeah, you can't pick J.J. Watt because you pick a whole defensive line.
Oh, I see. How's J.J. doing?
He's gone.
I know he's gone, but I just
he's
know
probably
if it's
quitting
update.
Football.
That is... Don't say that out loud.
Man.
I need you to stop talking.
Is he being
football.
No, he's not quitting football.
Is he being a color commentator or anything?
I am going to say out loud that I was very upset because I said at the beginning of the season, if he goes and he plays 3 games and he's out the rest of the season because he hurt his back, I'm going to be angry.
Okay, and I'll...
Because he was not ready to come back.
Let's text him. No, that's right. And so they got to take care of that boy.
He is our money man. Let's take care of him.
That's right. So everybody has to step up and do their thing.
I think he's taking care of himself. He doesn't have to play for the rest of the season and is getting paid lots of money. So,
he hates being away.
This is the first time he's not started since he's been in the NFL.
Yeah.
What about his hand? Didn't his hand keep him out or no?
He started.
He covered his hand.
Yeah, he casted it and played.
Is that... How can you do that? Is that illegal to have a cast on your hand?
They can do whatever they want. They hit each other's heads all the time. They don't care.
Yeah, but the other guy doesn't have a helmet on his hand, so he goes boom, and if he hits people with his hand,
they're real men.
They're real men. Okay, real men.
They get paid millions of dollars to do that. They can figure it out.
They can work it out.
There's a reason why they get paid that much. Because they might go brain dead. So.
Exactly. Hey, listen, Dennis has suggested, and I want to tell you that the Addams Family is coming to the Crichton Theater, and I went by there, and I thought
phenomenal.
I thought they were decorating for Halloween, and then it says the Addams Family is coming. So the 26th, after the 26th, he said he'll be able to get some family members over here. I hope they come in costume.
My girls would love to see that. Oh my gosh, we'll have to go.
That would be really fun. Listen, if you want to take your girls to see something that will really freak them out, and they'll never sleep again, is go to the Halloween Spirit. The Spirit Halloween. Have you seen those things?
I have an almost black belt and an almost brown belt. They might kill somebody in one of those stores.
They might. They have improved on their scary stuff, and it's so. And now Samuel and Cindy, because I've taken them every year, so they get over this being scared of everything.
Braylon won't go into those stores for that reason.
Oh man! But now they laugh at themselves. They think it's just so funny that they were ever scared of this stuff. Anyway, okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. It's the end of the show. Okay, you'll be back tomorrow at 10, right? Huh? Okay. I'm not needy or anything. No, but we've got so many things to talk about, and it's just going to be me. Yay! It's just me and Richard.
Which means it's all politics all the time.
No, it's not going to be all politics. There's a lot of weird stuff going on out there, and we have weird stories to talk about. But please join us, and we'll talk to you soon. It's Real Reality Radio with Cindy Cochran on The Cindy Cochran Show. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.